Okay, today is Monday, April 8th at 4:43 p.m. Gonna send copies of the video for Judge Grill, Administrative Judge, when I get a hearing date. My statement to both attorneys will receive a video disc and one for the court reporter. And I should note the fact this will be under oath and that they're well aware of the statement beforehand. I go to the hearing, which is requesting for trial for the Disability Act that was amended in 2009 for the hearing impaired. I should also note the fact that on December 7, 2010, or December 6, like I said before, the guy falsified my documents. Okay, and he violated a DOT regulation, which is a federal document. I should also note that I received a notice of offer of work on December 7, 2010, and requested a 10 o'clock Eureka run that I didn't work one day. They just flat out sent me home on December 7, 2010, and ignored the notice of offer of work and the FMLA, which I was on. And that the dispatcher falsified my documents and altered them and made false accusations, and when he's the only one with a key to be able to change the time on them logs by the second time clock. And I should note for the record that I'm on duty when I get to work, according to the Department of Transportation regulation and company policy. Now, they have a second time clock. I don't know what the deal is. You can't punch in or out on that because you're on duty when you get to work, and the only way you get off duty is to log out of your tractor. So on December 7, 2010, they didn't honor the notice of offer of work. And according to the union contract, they're supposed to work me first and grieve later. They didn't do that. Also, upon interrogation by the dispatcher who made false accusations, I didn't have any representation. He told me the shop steward was on his way. And I guess he had me escorted, flat out sent me home, had me sent home. And I should note that they violated the time limits. They didn't file within 10 or 20 days. It doesn't matter. They didn't file within the time limits or produce any evidence or whatsoever of what my disciplinary issues are or were to be. Not one thing. And the fact that if it's not within the time limits, the Teamsters are returned to work immediately and the issues are dropped. I should note that it didn't happen. And we have 1,500 Teamsters working there and almost 1,500 and 400 truck drivers. If it's not within the time limits or received within 10 days or 20 days, however they word it, it doesn't really matter because I didn't receive anything when I was sent home. Nothing in writing. No letters or nothing for intent to discharge or suspend. Not one thing within the time limits. And there's no documents in my possession to show the difference. And I should also note that I was flat out sent home at the panel hearing, which I don't even know why the panel hearing even existed or was even attempted to take place, which it did in any respect. And the thing is, I didn't say a word because I have a severe profound hearing impairment. And I asked the shop steward, and BA was there, Mr. Neiswanger, are you an authority on severe profound hearing impairment? And they sent me home. So on December 7, 2010, they flat out sent me home, and I don't know what happened to my trip sheet or time card or wherever you want to call it. It disappeared. What happened to it, I don't know, and didn't get paid for that day. So I'd like to make it clear that I wasn't fired on December 7, 2010. And also make it clear that I had a notice of offer of work good for 1 year, which was an agreement with Workman's Comp. And it needs to be enforced because I was denied to return to my regular job at least 3 times. And so that's it. I'm asking Judge Grill under my video statement under oath to be returned to work because they didn't honor the notice of offer of work. They didn't keep their word. And I was on FMLA, and they just flat out sent me home. They didn't honor the contract. Work first, grieve later. They didn't give me representation. They didn't honor the FMLA or the notice of offer of work. They just flat out sent me home, and I wasn't fired, suspended, or whatever, or intent to discharge. Now, one document was handed to me on December 7, 2010. And so that's it. That's about it. There isn't any more other than the fact that I hope Judge Grill considers I invoke double standards. Life is not fair, and send this to trial. And I should note for the record that the man who falsified or altered DOT logs, they're federal documents, okay, they're logs, okay, they're not supposed to change them or alter them in any respect, way, shape, or form. He altered them, and he's working, and I'm not. He's working, and I'm not, and he falsified documents by taking the time off the second time clock and changing the time on my logs, and he's the only one with the key, the dispatchers. So I'd like to know that for the record, that he falsified my documents, made false accusations, and he's working, and I'm not. And I did nothing wrong. The only thing I received on December 7th, 2010 or December 1st, I received a notice of offer of work. On the 5th day of work, when I went to work on December 3rd, 2010, on the 7th, they just flat out sent me home and made false accusations. So that's my statement under oath. And I stand to be corrected. If they can produce a document where they received registered mail, one to me and one to the union, they should produce it. And I also need a document that should have been sent by December 21st, stating what the disciplinary action is or what it's about or what it's referred to or whatever. They didn't comply. They didn't comply with the notice of offer of work, and they didn't comply with any evidence or any statement to the record why I was sent home. Just flat out sent home because I received the notice of offer of work on December 1st, 2010. So unless they can produce 2 registered mail, one to the union and one to me, within the time limits, according to the contract, why they shouldn't honor the notice of offer of work, I should be returned to work immediately, and all back pay and benefits, like my statement on the video statement that I'm going to swear under oath that I'm going to present at the hearing. So I've been sitting here waiting since December 7, 2010 for a phone call or registered mail to return to work, hoping the fact that James Williams, the transportation manager, realizes that the mistake was made. And if he doesn't realize that by the time I get to hearing and request for go to trial, I would state to the record that he knew all that was going on and he refused to do so. He refused to comply. Okay, so that's my statement, and that's it for the record. Today is Monday, April 8th, 2013, and I, Julio Zamora, invoke double standards. Life is not fair.